Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Greg here again with a small kit review. I picked this up from eModels for just under £9. So, well, sorry, it was under £10. My apologies. So I thought, why not? Give it a little go. And as you can see, it's the Tamiya Japanese medium tank Type 97 Chi-Ha. So it looks a decent little kit for £9. I just have a £9. Can't argue with that. So artwork's quite nice. Look at that glare again. Yeah, it works quite nice, as Tamiya usually is. So the kit number is 35075. So there's the end of the box. It's the same as artwork on the front. And on the other side we have a selection of the other things available. We have the Russian Matilda, I think that is, by the looks of it. I'm not too sure what that one is. What's that one? It's the Stuart, and then we have the Matilda, the Italian M1340, the Stuart, and the Panzer II. All nice little vehicles in their own right. 2 of them I've built, 3 I've got on there. So I've got the Matilda, but I've got the British version to build eventually. As a group build with, sorry, a buddy build with me, Joe Bentley and Steve Mottram at some point, when Steve can decide what he's going to do next. Come on Steve, decide. Right, so that's the box. Let's have a look what we've got. Oh, sorry, it's 135 scale as well, my apologies. So let's have a look in the box, see what we've got. We'll do the usual. I'll just pop that over there. Sorry, that over there. And we'll go through sprue by sprue as it comes out of the box. So the first thing we have is the, we don't need because we've got the staples, haven't we? Watch your eyes. So the first little thing is the main hull of the tank, which I have to say is very nice. What date was this kit built? Let me have a check. And all these things I should really check, shouldn't I really? Is there a date on here? Did it say any dates? 1975. So this is when it was first introduced. I don't know when this was moulded. Things. It's come from a 1975 mould, and I have to say, it's very nice. The detail of the rivets detail is very, very nice. As you can see, it's quite a small little tank, but I'm quite impressed with that. Really quite impressed with that. All the ugly injection marks are where they should be, where they're not going to be seen. But yeah, as you can see, the detail is quite nice. Even the grills, the engine grills, you know, the see-through, the hollow, they're not just solid plastic. Very nice indeed. Very impressed with that. That's a good start. So we may as well do the bottom hull as well. Seeing as we've done the top, let's see what this is. Usually the bottom hull on these tanks are not really that well detailed, which of course you're not going to see the bottom unless you use a mirror if you want to display the bottom of some tanks. There again, the detail on the side of the tank is excellent. Again, see all the suspension arms are already in place on this, so there's no worry about not getting them in the right position. Detail's nice again. Nothing on the bottom. Nothing at all apart from the injection thing in there, which I'll sand off. But who's going to see the bottom? Let me just see what this says. Yeah, 1975, if you can read that. There we are. There we go. Is it 1975? No, it's 1987 it says this one was printed. Is it? I can't see at the bottom. Original 1975, but this looks like it was done in 1987, what it says there. So make your mind of what it is. 87. I would think it would be 75 as the date it was introduced, and this will have been an 1987 moulding of it. But yeah, quite impressed with that. There's nothing much on the bottom, but we really don't see the bottom, do we? Unless it's displayed or it's on its side or whatever. Generally speaking, we don't display it. I'll pop those down there. And we have the typical Tamiya vinyl tracks. As you can see, they're only quite thin, but nicely detailed again. You know, quite nice. There's nothing wrong with them. They'll certainly be used. On the insides, let's see if there's any injection marks. There again, no. Nice solid guide hounds. Presumably they are solid guide hounds on a little thing like this. I have to check, but even so, nice detail on the inside as well. So I'll be certainly using those. They're quite nice. Right, so there's one bag with 1, 2, 3 sprues. As I say, it's not a massive kit. It's a weekend job, isn't it? You know, or less than a weekend. You probably have it together within a day quite easily. We have one loose part, which is the upper turret, and again the detail is nice. I have to say, it's very nice indeed. There's no texture, but the rivets and that are quite nice. I'll have to look up and see if there's any, if they'll cast, and I'll add a bit of surfacer on there. Mr. Surfacer 500, I think. Nice weld details along the top for the commander's cupola. I have to say, I am very impressed for £9. I don't know how accurate it is, but I'm sure somebody will whinge him more that it isn't accurate. But I don't care. Yeah, another nice little part of the kit. So look at the first main sprue. We have 2 figures. I thought they were just on the box art. So this is sprue C, and as you can see, they're actually not that bad. The mouldings are not bad at all. I can see most of the stuff is moulded onto the body, the goggles and things like that. But I have to say the detail is not bad at all. And that goes for the rest of the stuff here. The front plate of the tank. There again, all nicely riveted. Obviously side armour again. Looks like a foot mudguard or a back mudguard. Or mudguards, I think. The bottom of the hull. And the second figure, again, is not badly detailed at all. I will be using those, and obviously got the commander's cupola there, the pickaxe, pair of goggles, looks like a drinks container or something. Is that a pistol? Yeah, looks like a pistol holster. Hatch there. I'm not sure what that part is. Oh, it's the little thing that goes around the outside of it. I don't know if it's a thing or is it the aerial, not too sure. Looks like to me as if it's got like a, I don't know what they are. Could be, I'll have to check that. And some small hatches again, with the nice rivet details and things into them. More hatches on the bottom. Again, nice, and there's no flash. Can't come across any flash. None whatsoever. So that's the first sprue. Nice little sprue that. And then this we have some polycaps as well. So there's obviously polycaps with the for the running gear, or there's probably something on there. Obviously we have all the wheels, which are nicely detailed again. Nice, they're solid, so they're nice solid wheels. And obviously the rubber on the outside. Is that just a little bit of flash there, or is it just on that? Yeah, just a little touch. No, yeah, just a little touch. It's not worth mentioning really. We have the drive sprockets, and then we have the idler wheels for the back, and the runners for the top. They're nice, nice indeed. There's the idlers at the back onto the hole through. No injection marks. Not even any on the backs, although you're not going to see them, but even so, they're nicely detailed. Little winner, this little kit. If it's typical to me, it'll sail together as well. So yeah, another nice little sprue there again. And then I think we have most of the upper hull and some more polycaps there. Yeah. So obviously more of the we have the exhausts there, engine grills, more upper armour. I think that's the turret by looking at it. Two-piece turret, not to be, you know, it's quite nicely detailed as well. It shouldn't be too bad to get the same out of that. I don't know what type of machine gun they used, but as you can see, it's not a bad little focus. Let me just get my hand behind there. Quite nicely detailed. Not bad at all. You know, it looks like springs or suspension, I would think. For the bogies, I would think for the wheels. A couple of helmets, obviously, for the figures. Obviously, the transmission. And then we have the front glacier plate, which again is nicely detailed. That's not bad. Rope texture, it's actually not bad at all. It really isn't. You can get to see that. That's not that. In fact, that's I'm quite impressed with that. I really am. I know it's all one piece, but I'm sure we'll make something nice out of that. I say there's the front plate. There's a couple of the shackles. Let me move my big fingers out the way. Some little parts. Don't know what them bits are. I'm not sure what they are. Wouldn't have a clue. I'll have to look at the instructions. As you can see, the grills and the engine hatches, and you know, they're all really nicely moulded. What a cracking little kit. So that's all the sprues. I say there's not many sprues. It's not a massive build. It's a nice leisurely build. I'll probably do this between when I'm waiting things to dry on the Leopold, things like that, which I'll probably do between things. So we have two sets of instructions. One obviously that I can't read, so there's no point in keeping that. Oh, we've got the decals here. Let's have a look at the decals. Typical Tamiya decals. Quite shiny, but you know, not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. I think I'll have a little read up about this tank properly and just we'll check things. But the decals are not bad at all. Slightly thick, slightly on the thick side, but once they're on and you've got a bit of microset and microsol on them, they'll be fine. I've never had any problems with Tamiya decals at all, so I'm quite happy with that. Let's just pop this back down there and pop that back in that bag. And then we have the instructions, which again is typical Tamiya. It's a fold out one. Obviously you've got a bit of information of the tank itself. Quite a lot of information on the tank. Actually I'll have a good read of that later on. Type 97 medium tank. Chiha. It says more detail on the back. I think it's quite intense, the detail, the actual read up on it, so I'll give me something to read that later on. So let's have a look at the if we can get into it. How we go here. Right. Let's find page 1 first, eh? I don't want to do anything else. Right, first in the air we've got the sprue map, and then we start off at number 1 with obviously the assembling the wheels, the sprocket and the return idler and the spring there, and then we jump straight across to number 2 when we start doing the lower hull, putting more stuff onto the springs onto the on the hull and other bits and pieces. Not too sure where the gun was for that then, so that wouldn't have been the gun. I thought that was the gun, but it isn't. It's obviously part of a suspension system, and it gives you the what it should look like from an overhead view, which is quite nice. And the details of the lights to be painted: green, red, orange, clear. I've got the clear versions of the Tamiya paint, so that should be fine. And we're starting to assemble the upper hull, which is quite nice again. Simple, nothing too hard. And move on to step 5. Again, there we have another view of the top of the tank. Construction of the upper hull. Do not cement, machine gun, blah blah blah, to whatever it says. And then starting to put the machine gun assembly, sorry, the exhaust assembly, the grids, more armor plates, and then the engine on top of the engine grid. engine filters and things, and there's a bit of telling you the colours for the figures to be painted, and then there's little small turret. Ah, that's what them little ball things I said. It's the actual gun. That's what it is. As you can see, it's only a small turret. So what's that? Be quite a nice little build. Looking forward to doing this simple little build. And then we jump over to number 8, and we're starting to carry on with the upper hull again. Sorry, the turret with the commander's cupola and the is it a it doesn't really say. It says it's copper, so it probably could be an aerial. It could be an aerial. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to check that. And obviously we have to melt the tracks together, which isn't a problem again. As long as you don't, you don't have to get it glowing red hot, otherwise you'll just burn right through the plastic and that's it, gone. Just enough so you can, so it just melts. Like a mushroom top on top of the pins that go through it to hold it together. And we obviously have got the assembly of the machine gun and the colours, and then we put in the turret. On the bottom, to the bottom of the main turret, and then the main turret onto the bottom of the lower hull. All nice and simple. Quite a nice easy build, he says, he hopes. And then obviously we have the colour call out. I just wish they were in colour, but at least we can follow them. So we've got a side view, a rear view, front view, and a overhead view. So we're going to have to guess the one side, but by looking at that it won't be too bad. And what are the colours that we're going to need? We're going to need khaki, dark red brown, which I've got, dark green, yellow, metallic grey, copper, silver. All Tamiya paints as well, obviously, which I probably have most of these anyhow. Yeah, you get the lamps, the clear green, clear orange and clear red, which I have. I think I've got the green, and we'll have to check that. So yeah. And then we have the decals. We have top tank there is the 1st Tank Regiment in the Malaya operations. It's saying it's 2nd company, and obviously it tells you there with the Japanese writing what company it belongs to. So we've got the 2nd company, 3rd company and 4th company. Just giving you, it's all the same regiment. You got this one here with the vehicle of the 5th company, 17th Tank Regiment. This represents the lightning. This represents lightning. So that's obviously the decal there, and then we have the number plate. There's a number plate as well. So I'll probably finish up doing, I don't know, one with the camouflage. I'll definitely do one with the camouflage. Presume all these are camouflaged. I'm not too sure, I'll check that, but I will be doing the one with all the camouflage on. Looks quite nice, little camouflage pattern. See if I can do it freehand again. If not, I'll have to try another method which I've never done before. Well, I've done it once, sorry, with with my daughter's tank that she bought me. But yeah, quite a nice little kit. It was £9.95 or something like that. I think I paid just maybe £11–12 for it to be delivered, including delivery. So even for £12 you can't argue with that. Nice little kit. I'm very impressed with that. So that'll be a nice little build, which I'll probably start at some point today with the Leopold as well and the tracks. So as I say, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to view this little kit review. It's an old kit, but I thought I may as well do it. I picked up another few subscribers. I seem to be picking up quite a bit at the moment. I think I'm doing quite well. So I've had over 10,000 viewings, which I'm very, very happy about. Just a shame that YouTube have changed their the way to do things, but never mind. Never mind. You know, it's not fast of money anyhow, but it would have been nice just to add a few pennies, but there you go. So I think that's about it. So this is Greg signing off, and we'll catch you later.